Liverpool. It was delightfully whipped in by Solano. Shearer made the run across. Did he get a touch? The tsunami won't be too bothered about who will claim it. They're more concerned with the fact that their team are ahead against in-form Liverpool. Does it again to Newcastle. A touch of individual inspiration from Owen. Well, he produced some fantastic finishing when he scored a hat-trick here last season. And this one wasn't bad either. Shrugging off Pistoni's challenge. Liverpool are level. Camera put him through, and Owen really had one thing on his mind, didn't he? Oh, and Michael Owen here is through. And Owen has scored against Newcastle again. A mistake from Dabizas. And Owen raced away. And that is his 7th goal in his last 3 games against Newcastle. Well, this is what happened. And it's a real howler from Dabizas. And Owen is presented with a time for Duncan Ferguson. And it's 2-2. Newcastle level. Ferguson's glancing header sneaked it into the bottom corner. And he's having quite a week of celebrations, really.
Ready to go at Highfield Road. Both clubs entering the pitch. Arsene Wenger would love to have 3 points. Bit chilly out there. And we have kickoff. Gordon Strachan is almost awake to watch the proceedings. Arsenal on the attempt here. Kanu passes to Mark Overmars. Overmars will take the shot, but Magnus Hedman sends it the other way. Then minute number 7. Gary McAllister bringing the ball down. He's going to take the shot, and he finds net. Coventry up 1-0. Gary McAllister, 35 years old on Christmas Day. Happy birthday. As you can see, it deflected off Martin Keown. McAllister gets the goal. 41st minute now. McAllister to touch to Mustafa Hadji. He finds net as well. Coventry taking a 2-0 lead. A beautiful curling shot. Some Moroccan magic on that one. Now to the second half. Emmanuel Petit crosses, flicked on by Kanu to Mark Overmars to Frederick Ljungberg. And there it is. Ljungberg gets the goal. Magnus Hedman made the initial save. But as you can see in the goal-mouth scramble, Ljungberg was there on the spot. And he was able to go online. Now to the 72nd minute. The long free kick headed to Cedric Roussel, who heads it down to Robbie Keane. A beautiful shot. Keane has reason to be excited about this one. That made it 3-1. Watch the replay. This is almost physically impossible at that angle. The Croatian sensation is coming up here, Davor Suker, after Keane put that one in. Suker will take the ball from Petit. And look at the great skills shown by Suker. Beating 2 defenders and then kicking it in the net. That made it 3-2. Suker with beautiful moves. Watch him show the skills. Stop and go, and then putting it home. The action was hot and heavy throughout this entire match. Carlton Palmer wins the ball with a crunching tackle at midfield. Hadji takes off on the run and shoots, but David Seaman says, not on my watch. Then Arsenal pushing for the equalizer. Lee Dixon with the long-range shot. Magnus Hedman will stop it. Then Gary Breen will clear it. Well, it was a dangerous rebound coming off Hedman, but Breen was on the spot and sent it away. And Coventry City gets the win over Arsenal. 3-2 the final. All right, catch your breath after that. We'll take a break.
The Boxing Day fixtures kicked off with Derby County playing host to Aston Villa at Pride Park. George Boateng entering in the second half. The Dutchman putting Villa up early on, 68 minutes in, and then 10 minutes later, Darius Vassell, who came on as a substitute for Benito Carboni. Watch what he does right here, making a mockery of the defense, finding Ian Taylor for Villa's second as they go on to win 2-0. Next up from Goodison Park, it was Everton playing host to Sunderland. Watch Francis Jeffers finding old reliable John Hutchinson putting Everton up early in the 16th minute, much to the delight of the Merseyside faithful. But 10 minutes later, watch out for the old man one more time. He gets number 2 on the day. Everton coasting in the early going, 2-0. Just before halftime, though, more Everton. John Collins over to Richard Goff. Francis Jeffers, he comes in, gets one past the keeper, number 6 on the campaign for that young man. Everton goes up 3-0 at halftime. And then in the 61st minute, in the second half, more of the same. Watch the great form here by Kevin Campbell. Kicks into the keeper. The persistence, though, pays off as Mark Pembridge answers the bell. Gets their 4th of the day, his 1st of the season. And then in the 72nd minute, salt in the wound, Kevin Campbell adding the final touches, 5-0 Everton. Moving on, it was Leicester City paying a visit to league leaders Leeds United. The Foxes coming out hot here in the 10th minute. Watch the hookup between Muzzy Izzet and Tony Cottee. Number 9 on the campaign for him. He puts the Foxes up 10 minutes in. The visitors rolling until the 29th minute. Leeds would have the answer, and watch the teamwork. The ball goes around the horn, down the right side, and there you see Harry Kewell chipping in with the left foot to Michael Bridges, number 11 on the campaign for him. He gets one past the keeper. Tim Flowers burned that time. And just before halftime, Leeds, they're not on top of this league for nothing. And there you see the superb shot. Lee Boyer puts David O'Leary. Smile, you've got yourself a 2-1 victory. Next up, the Red Devils of Manchester United playing host to Bradford City. A brave fight by Bradford City, but Quentin Fortune ruins everything in the 75th minute. Then super subs Dwight York and Andy Cole going to work in the 79th minute. Soul brother number 2, Dwight York, getting 11 on the campaign to the delight of the Manchester faithful and Sir Alex Ferguson. And then it would be the other soul brother, Andy Cole, coming in down the left side. This is a sight to be fearsome of if you're a keeper. Right there, Cole making the most of it. He gets number 13 on the campaign for him. Just when you thought things couldn't get worse for Bradford City, it did. Manchester United steals the ball. Captain Roy Keane just signed a big contract, and there you see why. He gets number 4. Manchester United wins in a 4-goal shutout. Moving on, it would be Sheffield Wednesday playing host to Middlesbrough at Hillsborough. And it would be Nicholas Alexandersson, the Swedish midfield, hooking up with Peter Atherton. He nods in the 28th minute goal. Sheffield Wednesday appears to have their second league victory in hand over Middlesbrough. Chelsea on the road to Southampton. Gustavo Poyet laying off to Torre-Andre Flo. He gets Chelsea's first for a 1-goal lead in the 18th minute. More Chelsea, though, just before halftime. Didier Deschamps finding guess who? Torre-Andre Flo completely unmarked. Where is the Southampton defense? He victimizes the keeper for their second of the day, his 6th of the season. And in the second half, though, Southampton would come roaring back. A consolation prize would prove to be of little worth as Southampton goes down by a score of 2-1. And Tottenham playing host to Watford at White Hart Lane. David Ginola, the French flair, is taking effect here in the early going as he gets a 28th minute goal, his first of the season. And then 5 minutes later, Stefan Everson nodding in the second of the day. That's number 9 on the campaign for him. Everson red hot lately, but Spurs would not be finished in the second half. More of the scene. Ginola, the flick in, the beautiful header. And there you see Tim Sherwood, the English international, getting their 3rd of the day. But more Tottenham to come. This was a rout. Sherwood one more time. George Graham very happy. A 4-0 victory for his squad. finally at Selhurst Park, it would be Wimbledon playing host to West Ham United. There you see Eamon Ryderson putting his team on top in the 33rd minute. West Ham have had troubles all year long, but Paulo Di Canio hooking up with Trevor Sinclair. He nods in the equalizer on the stroke of halftime for his 5th of the season. More West Ham in the second half. Paulo Di Canio, the perpetrator again, the provider to Frank Lampard. Harry Redknapp's nephew gets the go-ahead goal 9 minutes from time, but Wimbledon scrapping, clawing, looking for more. Shaka Hislop, the mistake. Neil Ardley gets the equalizing goal. Egil Ostenstad and company get the point with a 2-2 draw.
So, with the annual Boxing Day fixtures in the books, a lot of teams got an idea of where they could end up as the second half of the season